Hello and welcome to Too Sharp. I'm Nisha Poddar. Today we will focus on two important developments. Reliance New Energy faces fines up to 1.25 billion rupees. And SEBI and BSE to challenge court-ordered FIR against the officials, including Madhavi Puri Butch. Let's focus on Reliance Industries. And a unit of billionaire Mukesh Ambani led Reliance Industries really risks being penalized by the government after failing to set up a battery cell plant that really formed part of the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's push to really cut import dependence on battery production. Now, Reliance New Energy Limited, which is RNEL, faces fines of up to 1.25 billion rupees for missing its battery cell plant deadline under the Indian government's production-linked incentive scheme or PLI scheme. Now, the other defaulters also include Rajesh Exports Limited, which also faces similar penalties for stalling its advanced chemistry cell project. Now, if you'll remember, in the year 2022, the bids came in and were selected from RNEL, Rajesh Exports, as well as Ola Electric Mobility, who were selected under the PLI scheme to set up the battery cell plants. Now, manufacturers were eligible, remember, for 181 billion rupees in subsidies for meeting the project milestones to create a 30 gigawatts of battery project capacity in the country. Now, the firms were required to achieve a minimum committed capacity along with local value addition of 25% within 2 years of the agreement and 50% within the 5 years. So these were the important diktat that needed to be followed. Ola Cell Technologies started trial production in March 2024 and aims for commercial production in April to June quarter. The Reliance unit, meanwhile, has turned its focus to other sources of energy and production into that is green hydrogen. Also, the capital investment, remember, needed for building lithium-ion battery plants is on the higher side, ranging from $60 to $80 million per gigawatt hour. Well, the global lithium iron phosphate or LFP battery prices have been on the decline. Now, this has made the imports of cells cheaper than ever, and that also has created uncertainty around the domestic demand and also slowing the pace of investments in India in this particular space. When we focus on Reliance Industries, also remember that the stock had fallen to 52-week lows, and the FII pressure of outflows in the market has also added to the weakness in the Reliance Industries stock price. SEBI and BSE to challenge court-ordered FIR against officials. Now, the Mumbai court ordered the Anti-Corruption Bureau or ACB to register an FIR against the former SEBI chairperson Madhavi Puri Butch and also 3 current full-time SEBI members, Ashwini Bhatia, Anant Narayan and Kamlesh Varshney. Now, the 2 BSE officials who have also been named are former chairman Pramod Agarwal and also the current CEO of BSE, Sundararaman Ramamurthy. SEBI as well as BSE plan to challenge the court, arguing that the officials were not in their positions at the time of the alleged irregularities. That's point number 1. The second one, that the complainant has a history of filing frivolous cases is what they say. And third, the court did not issue notice or seek SEBI's response before passing the order. Now, Maharashtra ACB plans to examine the order before registering an FIR in this particular case. And on the jurisdiction debate, remember, while a senior Mumbai police officer really insists that the ACB has the authority, others argue that CBI should investigate given the nature of SEBI's role in this matter. On the possibility of CBI involvement, well, since SEBI falls under the Finance Ministry, cases against its officials are typically handled by the CBI. About the merits of the case. It pertains to alleged irregularities in granting listing permissions to Kals Refineries Limited, which was listed on BSE in the year 1994. Now, the complainant, Sapan Srivastav, alleges that procedural lapses and non-compliance in the IPO process was seen, and also says that artificial inflation of share prices and market manipulation was done through regulatory filings. Now, what the court has observed that prima facie evidence of regulatory lapses and collusion may be there, and asked ACB to submit a status report within 30 days. From the legal perspective, Section 23 of the SEBI Act really protects the government officials from legal proceedings for actions done in good faith in discharging SEBI's objectives. And also, legal experts state that the court has only ordered an FIR and investigation and not convictions. Now, breaking on this, and all eyes would be on March 4th, Bombay High Court will be hearing pleas of ex-SEBI chief Madhavi Puri Puch and others on this particular matter. With that, it's a wrap on Too Sharp. Thanks so much for tuning in.